And some of his players in here from Norwalk High, they had a big season, John.
They really did. No, they really did.
Man, the last time they had a season this good, Rashad Penny was in the backfield. I mean, that's how long it's been.
People know Rashad Penny now.
2013, and then 2009 they had Elijah Penny, and they went to the finals again. So it's been a while since Norwalk's had that kind of success. Also joining us tonight is going to be Derek Bedell, some of his players from Mayfair High School.
Mayfair, always a big player on the football scene.
Man, they got put into a division. Basically, it was one of the toughest divisions in all of CIF, and somehow they made their way into third and got into the playoffs and went to the semi. And of course, tonight we're going to talk about where some of his players may be going. He had a big week this week, Bob. He had a lot of recruiters coming through his place.
I heard he's got a 6'5" tackle lined up ready for next year. They only graduate 3 guys at Western, by the way. Almost everybody's coming back.
Wow.
Western,
3?
yeah, 3 guys. Western ready to rock it again next year.
And one of them's Josh Faulkner, and he's the guy everybody comes to see right now because he's a senior, and of course they're looking for some players, and Western definitely has some of those. All right, so we're out of the Southern Section playoffs now. We haven't been on the air since the finals of that, which was 2 weeks ago. Mater Dei and St. John Bosco played again, and St. John Bosco beat Mater Dei, so they are moving on to the state playoffs, but there's a ton of schools moving on. But right now, let's take a look at some of the scores from last Friday and last Saturday. These are the games that got other teams into state. And looking at the top, we'll take them forward a time. In the winning division, Liberty of Bakersfield over Yorba Linda. Bob, Yorba Linda was smoking.
Liberty had to go on the road, right? Take that long bus ride down to Yorba Linda and just prove what a good football. But man, Bakersfield football is so good. And they proved it again. Yorba Linda had a great year, right? Undefeated to that point, won the CIF title on a game-winning field goal in the last second. So, Yorba Linda, what a year they had. You're right. To come up is a little short here, but still a great year for them at Liberty, man.
I could be mistaken, but I think Los Alamitos beat Liberty. They played them in the early because they lost the game. So I believe they played early. So that set them up the rest of the way, apparently. Let's take a look at San Diego Lincoln. Marcus Allen's old high school. They beat Sierra Canyon. Not a shocker there. Granite Hills over Etiwana, and you see Mater Dei of San Diego. There's another one. There's probably like 10 of them.
Was not a good week for the Southern Section schools, unfortunately. If you're a fan of the Southern Section, it was not a good week for them. So you're right. Sierra Canyon and their storied run, man. We talk about how Sierra Canyon was left for dead early in the season, came on one of the best teams.
And they were dead early. Come on, what are you talking about?
Hey, man, everybody, what
they woke up at the right time.
Remember we sat on this desk and said, what happened to Sierra Canyon, man? They used to be good. Yep. No, they still were good. They just needed a little time to get there. And what a season they ended up having as well, right?
I got you. Let's move on. Take a look. And we'll see the next 4 coming up. And we're going to start with Laguna Hills, 35-28 over Birmingham. Now, that's Birmingham of the San Fernando Valley. That's a city section school.
Indeed.
And, man, great win for Laguna Hills. A while back, these 2 guys would never have played. It was good to see him get after it, though.
Who remembers Mike Jones, man? That breaking running back way back in the late 80s, early 90s, right? Mike Jones that's back the last time Laguna Hills had a really good football program. They are back on the scene in Orange County.
We called Mike Jones. He was in the finals against La Mirada that year. He had that big year. Yeah, they beat him, too. Mike Jones was a one-man wrecking team.
He was so good. So good.
San Jacinto defeated University City of San Diego. Granada Hills of the city section beats Laguna Beach. Look at that game.
Look at that, 56-55.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen that game. And, of course, Northwood keeps rolling down the street here.
I know.
Northwood just keeps rolling. They defeated Kennedy of San Diego, and they are in the state finals.
Hey, back-to-back CIF titles for Northwood. Got a chance to win state here, man. Northwood is the king of Irvine, no doubt about it. And Irvine is a big area. They are the kings of that city.
All right, let's continue on. Schaffner defeats Walnut.
Yep.
Muir over Palo Verde. And I think Coach Guerrero's here tonight. He knows Muir pretty good, man. I think they ousted him from the playoffs. But I guess we won't be talking about that when Coach is up. We'll go ahead and we won't mention that. San Gabriel continues on defeating Kennedy of Granada Hills, man. Unbelievable. And Classical Academy 34-14 over Lancaster. Crenshaw, Bob.
2-7 in the regular season.
Even more incredulous of all this is Crenshaw is playing Whittier Christian. I mean, come on, man. Crenshaw used to be the jewel of the Nile.
You never would have thought that's the kind of matchup you would see. You would not see Crenshaw in Division 7A.
That's what you're getting.
But Crenshaw's there, and sure enough, man, they still have enough athletes there. There's still some good athletes at Crenshaw.
All right, Larry, let's move into we're going to take a look right now at the matchups at the state. This is all this weekend. We're getting this out of the way before we get the coaches and the players up here. And we're going to take a look at some of the matchups real quick here. of course, De La Salle versus Lincoln San Diego. That's Friday. Saddleback College. Saddleback College is hosting a ton of games.
Right.
No excuse not to get out Friday or Saturday night at Saddleback. Saddleback just got redone.
I think I've heard of that program, huh?
It's been a while.
Right.
Yeah, it's been a while since they've been on top, but they're back.
Yep.
They're going to play San Diego Lincoln. Let's continue on. In the open division, Serra of San Mateo. This is a very good football team, Bob. They're undefeated. They're ranked in the top 15, or excuse me, the top 20 in the country. They get St. John Bosco. I think Bosco's going to snuff them.
Yeah,
though.
it doesn't matter, man.
It ain't going to matter.
Bosco,
I hate to say that.
Bosco and Mater Dei are so far above anybody else in this state.
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous. Bosco probably in a walkover here. I hate to say that, right? I mean, you hate
No,
to
you
sit up
don't.
here and say that kind of a thing, but those two programs are just...
You're just telling it like it is, Bob. And that's
Come
good.
on.
All right, let's continue moving on. We're going to roll through these now. Pittsburgh versus Liberty of Bakersfield. That game, 4 o'clock Saturday. Now, this is one of those games that should have been played up north or
right.
You know, because it seems like there's 5 or 6 Southern Section teams that are in the state. They're all going up north and playing at the home high school opponent.
That's exactly it. Both these schools have to travel a long way to get to South Orange County to play this game, but I'm sure both are going to bring some bus full of people down. They're
Absolutely.
It's going to be a great
big one. All right, continuing on, going to go to the 2AA finals. McClemens against Mater Dei Catholic. That's the Mater Dei. Almost got ousted by Downey, 21-20. This one ought to be a good game. I might get out there and see this one, Bob. At Saddleback. They got the new facility. It's going to be awesome.
It's that time of year we get to talk about McClymonds and what a good program that is.
Yes, indeed. Let's continue on. 2AA San Ramon Valley gets Granite Hills. This one is at noon, again, at Saddleback College. Get out and check it out.
San Diego section did so great this year getting these state championships.
Going to the 3AA San Jacinto at Grant. That's at Grant High School. Now, see, these are the schools from down here that are going up there because a lot of schools are all coming down here to play at
Saddleback College.
Saddleback College. So that's how the trade-off is. Let's move on. Let's just scroll through these now. Laguna Hills versus Bellarmine, San Jose City College. 6 o'clock. Be a good ball game. Northwood, as we talked about, at Escalon. They're going to play at Escalon High School Saturday at 6. It's one of those games that we talked about.
Escalon gets a home game.
Yeah, they get a home game, man. Get that snack bar.
How'd that happen?
Right on. All right, moving on. Division 4A, Granada Hills at San Marin. And that's at San Marin High School. Granada Hills, surprising a lot of people this year, Bob.
You think John Elway will be there for that one?
Probably. All right.
Muir at Houston.
And we'll talk with Coach Guerrero about this one. 5AA, Saturday, Houston High School. Schaffner at Orland. Again, this is at Orland High School. Don't know much about either one,
I got to tell you, I never heard of either school.
Yeah.
We do a lot here, man, but there are still schools we
don't know. Different time.
About.
Classical Academy at Santa Teresa. That's at Santa Teresa High School. That's a 6AA matchup. And I believe we just have 2 more. Maybe we don't. We'll see San Gabriel,
Tascadero.
San Gabriel, Bob.
That's going to be a good
over
game.
there?
San Gabriel, man.
Good. Talk to Robedo.
Right? We're gonna have to talk, and you think he's gonna make that trip?
Yeah, he will.
There's Crenshaw over at Kezar Stadium.
Now, what is Kezar Stadium? I thought they tore that down. The 49ers used to play there, and then they moved to Candlestick. They've already got the new place. And
Kezar still standing, man, and Crenshaw gets to go play for a state title against Lincoln up there.
I'm surprised they haven't burned that place down yet.
The history of that stadium. Man.
All right, let's go into the top 10s now real quick, and then we're going to get the coaches up here. We got a lot to get to, man. There's a ton of stuff going on. And all the action's behind it. Nice crowd. They're all quiet tonight, which is really good.
They're ready to go. They're ready to get going here.
All right, we gave Mater Dei and Bosco a tie for the top 10. Mater Dei beat Bosco 17-7. Bosco came around and paid them back by a 2-point win, 22-20, I believe, or whatever it was.
Yes, it was.
They're tied as far as I'm concerned. You can't separate the two. They play that game 10 times, 5-5.
5-5, absolutely. You got to have it way. I love it that way. They're both tied. They're both the top 2 teams in the nation.
Absolutely.
No doubt about it.
Mission Viejo gets the 3rd spot. They defeated Corona Centennial. Who saw that coming?
Well, Mission had a great year.
They did.
Centennial, as good as they are, man. It seems like. You say that when they finish their season, man, it's a disappointment. I hate to say that because they have such good seasons.
Man. They said it went at least to the semis, man, and then lost.
Centennial's having a hard time winning championships outside of their league anymore.
But they did. Mission Viejo did beat Centennial. That's why they are 3-4. Los Alamitos 9-3. They lost to 2 top 20 teams in the nation early on. Of course, they lost to Mater Dei, which was number 1. All right, and then Long Beach Poly had a good year too, Bob. I was skeptical about this, but they proved their mettle when they beat Mission Viejo. But again, they had a tough first-round matchup.
They came through.
Goodbye. Los Al just had more juice that night. Edison, man, what a year they had, huh? They came up fast, and the only loss in league was to Los Alamitos, and then they got it in the playoffs.
Yep.
So Yorba Linda finished 14-1, I believe, and that's because they had the state playoffs in there as well. It's the CIF. They go too deep, and man, they lost the last game of the year, Bob.
Only loss of the season. Not the way you want to go out, but a great undefeated CIF run for them, and congratulations. What a season.
And then we have Sierra Canyon and West Ranch. West Ranch just beat everybody on the peripheral. They didn't come into Orange County, but they beat everybody in Lancaster, Palmdale. They beat everybody in Ventura. I mean, they just beat everybody.
That's
it wasn't
a good
even
showing
close
for them to come in 10th in our poll like that.
Yeah.
That is a good showing for West Ranch. That's a good program.
They did. They did have a good season.
No, they earned that.
I think they could have came down and matched up with any of these guys. All right, let's continue on now. We're going to take a look, I believe, at the national picture now. And, of course, we're going to have Mater Dei and Bosco at the top, as we see here. But this isn't the national shot. So, anyways.
There it is right there.
All right. So, again, with the same reason we have them tied, because they beat each other. All right. Bishop Gorman, their only loss on the year was to Mater Dei. All right. That was a good one. That was like the second or third game of the year. Central Florida, St. Thomas Aquinas. Central Florida was the one that knocked off IMG Academy.
Right.
So, that was it for IMG the rest of the way. They don't usually get in these things because they're not a high school. They're an academy.
They're an academy.
Football academy, baseball academy, a basketball academy. St. Thomas Aquinas, always good. Chaminade, of course, very good ball club. They are the only ones to beat American Heritage, number 7. It's a close game. Westlake, Texas, Katy, Texas, and North Shore, Texas, bringing up the bottom of the top 10. It's like 4 or 5
Florida,
teams
Texas,
that made
and
it.
California, and 1 Nevada team.
Yeah, that's a good representation. Now for the infamous No Love Club. This is how it finished out this year. This is the end of it right here. Of course, you're not going to see any of these guys in the No Love Club because they're
not
getting
those schools.
left.
No. We got
no love. All right, we'll just talk about it then.
There it is.
All right, there's Downey, Northwood. Of course, Downey was in a semifinal matchup for the state playoffs. They won CIF. Northwood won CIF. They're in the state playoffs. San Gabriel won CIF. They're in the state playoffs still. Laguna Beach, they're still in. Cypress got beat by Downey, Salesian 10-4, Western 10-2. They had a really good year. I was really shocked that
they really did.
They went 10-2, and they were playing with some schools that, years ago they would never ever have to see those guys.
A young program too out there. They're just going to get better and better.
Cathedral always good. Of course, Norwalk finished 10-2. They had an outstanding year, and then we put Mayfair 8-5 because, to be honest with you, I mean, I was skeptical as anybody that they would get in the playoffs, being in that new division, that Gateway. That Gateway's a bomb, man. That used to be the division. I mean, the CIF champ always came out of the San Gabriel Valley.
Right.
Now it's the Gateway, and this is what you got, Mayfair. And we're going to talk with Western, of course, Norwalk and Mayfair. Those guys
all
will
in the
be
house today.
Coming up. All right, Bob. Now we got everybody up to date, up to snuff.
I love it.
Now it's time to get ready to get the guys up here. You got anything else you want to say to anybody or anything out there?
No, just a great football season, man. Another one, right? And it's a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and exit stage right, and we're going to start getting these coaches up here.
All right, let's get Coach Cabrera up here.
Perfect.
And have him bring his quarterback with him. Oh, here's Coach. Hey, Coach, come on up. This is our great transition right here. As just happy you guys made it in, Coach. Yes, sir. Pull up a chair. Coach, first of all, congratulations on a great, fantastic season for you guys, man. Norwalk. Yes. It's been a long time, and of course I got to do my research, right? But man, it's been since the Penny brothers it was like 10 years ago that Norwalk had this type of success, man.
No, thank you, and I appreciate the all the support, and I appreciate that No Love Club look over there. And, it was it's been a little while since Norwalk has had the success that we had this year, and it's all a tribute to all the hard work that these young men put in back here. Good job, fellas.
Now, Coach, earlier we were talking. You were taking all the credit for the success. What about these guys, huh? I'm just kidding. I'm throwing Coach under the bus. I'm just kidding. He never said that. But, Coach, again, congratulations. I liked what you did with the offense this year. You guys went to a wing tee offense. Coaches that don't see that a lot are shocked when they see it. They don't know what to do. But I don't know if you guys did just that, or your running backs were just that good. And I got to think your team was that good.
I think it was a combination. Yeah, we as you're talking about back the time we were riding high. We kind of went back to that because that's something that helped us be successful. And so it was a combination of we're going back to what helped us be successful, and also the kids. Again, these kids back here. From the beginning turn of the year,
they got to buy in.
They did, and they had some goals set for themselves, and they worked hard enough to fulfill those goals.
So Mueller and Herrera were your booking running backs. These are the guys that pretty much were running the show in terms of carrying the ball, getting it done. This guy was running the show over here, actually.
This is our leader, yeah.
Yeah, but we're gonna talk with Caden in a couple minutes here, Caden. But anyways, your running backs were just stellar. Matter of fact, your whole backfield was. We were looking at all the stats this year. You had like 12 guys check in, running the ball, and averaged 10.7 yards a carry, man. That's ridiculous. And your two mainstays, your two running backs were averaging like 145 a game. One guy was averaging 12 yards a carry. The other guy's averaging 13 yards a carry. What's going on?
You know those guys over there that you're going to talk to in a minute. They like I said, they had it set in their head that they were gonna experience some success. And with the guys that were pulling for them, the guy in charge, and the our O line that was out there, they were doing some pretty cool stuff. And you'll hear from them in a second.
Let's talk to Caden a little bit. This is Caden Barnhill. He's the quarterback for this team. And Caden, you're one of the most unselfish dudes I know, man. I mean, what was going through your mind when Coach said, hey, we're scrapping the offense, we're going to run the wing T this year? What was going through your head?
To be honest, what was going through my head was I was a little bit frustrated, but I was taking out all my anger out on all these corners and all these linemen I've been hitting, putting on their ass and all that.
I like that. Yeah, I mean, Bob had mentioned that. He goes that you're basically were a fullback playing quarterback this year.
Yes, sir.
And like you said, you got to do a little payback now, huh? I mean, it takes a special kind of athlete to just, say, okay, look, I'm going to sacrifice my play, and I'm going to do it differently. And you guys succeeded. I don't know how well you would have succeeded with the old way of doing business, but you guys did really good this year.
Yes, sir.
With the offense.
He's a good leader.
Big praise to the linemen up front for giving our running backs the lanes, and big praise to this running back crew that we had for going through these unstoppable forces we had to persevere. Mm-hmm. All these big powerhouse teams that we had to go through, and going through 10-2 this season was pretty great.
Yes. Now, what type of decisions do you have to make in that offense? Usually you get up, you read, you decide where you're going to throw the ball, what side you're going to, you got your read, you see what you're going to do. You decide maybe it's not the best thing, maybe you call an audible, but running the wing tee, is there any audibles called for that?
There is an audible if we see like a forefront, they're giving us up the middle. We have this thing called waka, which is like a wedge where it's on down. They snap me the ball, I just go up the middle, get as many yards as I can on like a 4th and 1, 3rd and 2. Just get the job done right there.
Yeah, that's like I said, watching your offense was a thing of beauty. What I like the most, like I said, we talked about Dan Markham. He's like the architect in Southern California for that offense, but it works. It's pretty good. Bob's standing over there right now. Bob's standing over there with your two running backs. We got Michael Mueller and David Herrera. Bob, take it away.
Thank you, guys. Hey, talking about that offense, right? You got David here. We got Michael. You guys pretty much know when you go in the huddle, right? One of you is getting the football, right? That's just the way it is when you run that kind of offense, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just one of us getting the ball. When we go in the huddle, we know, and we just trust each other, whoever got it. Yeah.
All right, how many passes this year?
Passes, around 10 passes this year.
Right?
Hey, 7 completed though, so 70%.
When we did it, we know we made it happen.
You made the most of it. Hey, that's the way it's got to be, right? You got to keep the defense honest, right? Yeah. But nonetheless, the defense knows what's coming at them in this offense, right? And still, you guys ran crazy this year. How do you do it?
Well, first and foremost, thank you to the linemen and my quarterback and my fullback, because without them, the holes wouldn't open up. And just when they open up that hole, we hit that second level, we make a move and make some guys miss, and that's how we make the plays happen.
So even time, I know this didn't happen very often, but even the times when you guys maybe got bottled up a little bit, you still stick with it, right? This offense just is predicated on you just got to keep going, right?
Yes. Actually, I believe it was based off of ground and pound football. That's what got us through it, through the tough times.
Yeah.
And yeah.
For sure, right? And so much success this year, right? Especially towards the end of the season, right? What was it like as the momentum just kind of kept building on itself?
It was actually, I think it felt incredible going into GAR undefeated. That momentum that carried on, it felt great. Yeah. We felt like the top team.
Perfect. And you guys kind of feed off each other, the energy here?
Of course. Now, me and Michael, we've been like this, just locked in and just training together even in the off season. And it's like I consider this my brother, and so we just feed off each other energy. And it's always like a friendly competition. We always just try to make each other better. And, you know, I know if I'm rushing for more in the game, he wants to beat me. And if he's rushing for more, I want to beat him. But it was always friendly, you know. It was
Right.
always, so, yeah.
Always about the team success.
Always about the team success.
Perfect. And these guys had almost identical stats to each other this past year. All right, we're going to throw it back to you, Rich. These are the guys right here, the real deal.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Bob. I just love athletes, man. They're the greatest. You know,
Good job, fellas.
You know, Coach, you guys are so impressive. I remember going to see a couple games. Saw the El Rancho game and was there for some of the Rio Hondo game. Yeah. Talk about those games. First of all, you guys went to the playoffs, and you had that real rough against Rio Hondo Prep, that first game. It was a 1-point win, man. What a wake-up, huh?
Well, yeah, it's, you know, we got to the playoffs. That El Rancho game, that was a real test. You know, they were real stout. They had the hammer on us from the year before, and you know, it wasn't an easy task, and but the kids persevered over that through that game, and they came out on top. And you know, they just carried that with them for the rest of the year. And when we got into the playoffs as well, you know, they were we had a saying, you know, we're only as good as our last game. And the previous year we had lost in the first round, and these guys they didn't want that to happen again. And talking about our leader over here, that 1-point win, when we scored late in the game, you know, it was a matter of we're going to go for the tie, we're going to go for the win. And these guys, the seniors, they came up. They said, let's go for the win, Coach. I go, you guys sure? They said, yeah, we've come this far. Let's go for it. And that was straight from this guy's mouth. And you know what? We went for it, and we came out on top, and it worked out for us.
What a scapegoat that would have been if you didn't score, right? I mean,
would have been on
Coach. It wouldn't have been on me. That would have been on Michael Mueller.
On the unemployment line and everything, man.
No, but you know what? It was a testament to these kids' hard work. And, you know, I'm just glad that out of all this, that these kids are – the kids from Norwalk are able to experience all this stuff. These experiences, they're going to carry with them for a long time.
Real quick, tell me about Herrera and Mueller as your running backs. Those two guys were just amazing, and it's almost like it didn't really matter if you handed it up to either and or. I mean, they were going.
You know, they working out in the weight room, you know, in the off season, they really said, Coach, we're going to go for it. We're going to go for it. We're going to build, and we're going to build, and we're going to do well. And, you know, it really came to fruition. And those guys, like you said, bookends. You know, one guy went one way, the other guy went the other, and, you know, it was either run right, run left, but, you know, they pushed each other. They motivated each other. And, you know, there was also, you know, and Caden here, you know, he was pushing them. And our fullback, Anthony Martinez, you know, he's not here with us tonight, but he was one of the big reasons for our success as well. And you know what? The one thing about these guys, when they have it in their head to be successful, they're going to do it.
Well, they had 43 touchdowns before him, the two tailbacks, Mueller and Herrera, and averaging 12 and 13 yards per carry, man. That's outrageous. It really is. It should be illegal. You know, you guys should have to go 15 yards to get a first down instead of just 10, you know?
Well, you know what, it was a real treat to see them run, man, because,
absolutely.
You know, when, you know, we always tell them, hey, we need 3 yards and a cloud of dust, as that old saying is, you know, but when they would break it, it was just really exciting. And to see these guys get excited about it, and our crowd and our support system back there, it was a lot of fun.
It's now 3 yards and a cloud of rubber with these new fields.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
I mean?
Yeah, no.
So you know, we
3 yards
coined that one here.
Yeah, there you go.
3 yards and a cloud of turf.
Yeah, no kidding. So, Caden, now that you're done, you playing any other sports? You have to go into something else at this time?
Right now, I'm back in the baseball season. It's that time of the game. But after season, I'm looking forward to playing like some junior college, like Cerritos College, to get my sports back up.
Good baseball program over there.
Hopefully sling the rock over there and
play
some baseball and hopefully do some kinesiology studies over there.
Good. Boy. Good. Hey, you got a plan. That's what you need to get started. All you have to do is have a plan. Just go for it, man. Picture it and go do it.
Yes, sir.
Be successful. You'll do well, especially after this experience, you know, because you guys really did really well in that first year at that Gateway. Oh no, you guys are in the mid cities now.
We're in the mid cities. Yes.
Everybody got changed. Everybody's in new leagues this year, so. And it's kind of hard to keep you guys straight because half you went to one Gateway, the other guy went to mid-cities.
The Suburban Valley, as they call it.
There you go. That's what you guys
Mud
call
City
it?
Champs.
What do you call it?
Mud City Champs.
Mud City
That's what we were
Champs.
called
There
this
you
year.
go. Well, listen, Coach, again, congratulations on a great season. You guys have made some noise now. It's going to be doubtful if you could sneak up on anybody next year. I mean, and I know you got a game next year in here with Coach Bedell, right? We got the Mayfair guys in here. We're going to talk with them about it.
Yeah, we know each other real well, and you know, my hat's off to them for their season as well. because it's not an easy feat. And but yeah, we'll probably be seeing each other again next year.
Yep, it's going to be great. Looking forward to seeing those games.
Can I say one thing, Rich?
Sure.
Floor's
yours.
I just want to say, thank you to my coaches, who their tireless efforts helped us reach this pinnacle, or this amount of success. Our booster club and our parents that are here, our support system, the school, the city of Norwalk, and then above all else, these guys. Like I said, I'm from the city. I'm from the school.
That's right.
And I'm just glad that these kids from Norwalk got to experience the success and experience these things. So thank you for having us out here.
All right, Coach. They're lucky to have you, too. Congratulations on a good season.
Norwalk up, baby.
And, Caden, good luck to you, whatever you decide to do.
Thank you, sir.
All righty, good deal. All right, Bob. Oh, no, we have Elwood, or is it? No, it's Elwood standing by. All right, Elwood, take it away.
Thank you, Rich. I have Jeremy Davison from Western High School. I have a couple of questions for you. What do you enjoy about coaching high school sports?
What I enjoy the most is the relationships that you grow with the young men and coaches, watching them become kids into young men and just watching them grow into their own. It's amazing that some of these kids, what they go through and who they turn into, and it's just amazing to be a part of it.
I understand you as a football coach, but this is your first year coaching baseball. How do you feel about the transition about coaching football to baseball, and how do you keep your kids motivated to play for you?
Well, I'm a defensive coordinator, so a lot of things is a lot of passion and energy and trying to get them going. When baseball has kind of got to more slow it down and be more fundamental and everything. So it's kind of a switch, definitely, but it's something I enjoy and always wanted to do my whole life. So I'm really looking up to see what the baseball program is going to become.
Well, hey, you take your lessons from your dad. I know you've been a coach. He's the head coach at Western, so I know anytime things go wrong, you're to blame. So how does it feel to coach with your dad and for your dad?
Honestly, it's amazing and it's a blessing. I want to thank God that he allows me to do something great and get to work with my father because he was such a great man and taught me to become a young, great man. I wanted to, work for him and coach with him, and ever since then, him and I just been together, and we were just ride and die, and wherever he goes, I go.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's that bond you guys have. Now, this is your first year as the head coach for baseball.
Right.
What are your expectations for your kids this year?
The expectations is just become better young men. The game will take care of itself. They just got to do the fundamental work and just being on time in class and showing up to practice and doing extra things just to get themselves better.
Oh, discipline. I love it, man. Good luck this year, Jeremy, and have fun and teach your kids a lot, man. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Elwood. Appreciate the interview. Good job. All right, sitting with us now is the head coach of Mayfair, and we have his quarterback, Jeremiah Calvin, right? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yes,
a lot of
sir.
names up here tonight. Got to keep them straight. It's not easy. But anyways, Coach, first off, congratulations, Derek, for a great season. Unfortunately, it ended in the semifinals, but you know what? I know about 600 schools that would take that season.
No, absolutely. I mean, we were excited to be able to play the way we played, and our kids did a great job, and it's really a tribute to them and the coaching staff, and to be able to make that semifinal. I think it's our second semifinal since I've been there, and it's been a good opportunity. But like I told the kids, we got it's like climbing Mount Everest. You get to the Hillary step, and then all of a sudden you're dead. So we'll work on trying to get that next level next year.
Yeah, but coming into this season, Coach, you guys got put in the new, what is it, the Gateway?
Yeah, the Gateway League.
You're in the Gateway League, and the first thing I thought when I saw that was, oh, man, it's over. It's over, man. There's no more. That league's tough. It's pretty much the San Gabriel Valley League. You got Warren Downey, Dominguez in there. I mean, those are all CI champions at some point.
Oh, no, absolutely. The competition was tremendous. Nico and the guys at Warren and Coach Pearson does a great job getting those guys prepared every week to play. And, of course, Downey and Coach Williams and those guys winning a championship. La Mirada is the traditional rich rivalry for us. It was an interesting challenge to step up from the Suburban League and come down and play in a league that has really produced some quality players.
It's the Wild West, man. It's crazy out there in that area.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's great, though, because the competition level is very high, which means you guys have to pick up your game. Like it or not, you have to.
Oh no, absolutely, and you need to be prepared for that all year long. We had a year. We knew we were going into the league, so getting our kids prepared for the difference. We had in the suburban league we had Bellflower, we had Firebaugh and whatnot, and those aren't necessarily the type of teams that you're getting now when you're playing Dominguez and Paramount, who's down a little bit, and Warren and Downey and La Mirada.
Down means that you're scoring maybe 3 less points. That's what down means, all right? But anyway, listen, you guys had a fantastic year, and you exceeded my expectations going in. A lot of leagues they moved everybody around this last year, and you got to get used to figuring out where people are. And again, then when you start seeing where people landed, it's like, holy moly, And so now, even the Sunset League got better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they got a lot of great schools are all some of these leagues now. So things are definitely picking up. Coach, who do we have over there on the far side? You got the brothers over there.
Yeah, we got a couple pretty good players over there. We got quarterback Evan Tomic, who's a senior, graduated for us, and then his younger brother, who's going to be is a really good player for us, going to have a great senior year, and that's his brother Owen Tomic, the wideout.
Very good. Bob, you ready? All right. Go ahead, Bob.
All right. I got the Tomic brothers here with me. I got Owen, who's the graduating senior, right? I'm sorry. See, I did it already, right? And Owen even told me I'm the younger one, so I got to get this right. Evan is the graduating senior. Owen's coming back for one more year. The duo here. Growing up, were you guys always throwing the football together in the backyard?
Oh yeah, we're doing everything together. Going to the backyard, playing football, going to the park. We've been playing since we were like 5 together. He always comes up and plays with me, just roughhousing it, whatever. But yeah, we've been playing forever.
Yeah, since I could walk, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys have that brother sense, right? Like you run a route, you know where he's going to be at.
It's that chemistry. It's just always being there. It's how it is. Right. Yeah.
How much fun is it to be able to play with your brother?
Oh, it's great. I mean, doing it for basically all my life, it's been a blast. And having all the experiences, sharing it with him. Like, we live in the same house, same bedroom. I mean, it's excellent.
Yeah. You get a chance to kind of teach him for that senior season, but you got the young quarterback over there that Rich has been talking to. How much you've been able to help him to step into your shoes next year and obviously fill some big shoes?
I mean, since last year, really, when we started warming up to each other and we became pretty good friends, and leading up to this season, like, I basically kind of mentored him and taught him some of the things that I learned through my journey. But coming to this year, he should be great. Yeah.
You got a confidence that you're going to be able to have that same connection with him that you have with your brother?
Yeah, I have a lot of confidence with Jeremiah as well, with Evan. I've practiced with him the same amount of time, so we'll be very good.
Perfect. And where are you going next year? What are you going to do?
Oh, I'm not sure yet, but I should be going to college. Yeah.
You still want to play football?
Yes, of course.
Perfect. All right. Hey, good luck on your post-high school career. Good luck on your senior year next year, and we're expecting big things out of Mayfair again. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, back over to you, Rich.
Oh, thanks, Bob. Way to do that, man. Hey, listen, we were talking with the Tomic tandem earlier.
Yeah.
And found out like their dad and their uncle Todd and Tyler, I believe.
Yeah.
Now I remember, I believe it's Todd. It was the one that went to Yale.
Yeah, Todd went to Yale. Tyler went to Oregon State.
So I was talking to him. I said, is it Tomic or Tumich? Because we had a guy in the 605 game years ago, and we called him Tumich the whole game on the air. He never complained once. We even interviewed him.
Turns out he should have been complaining.
Yeah, but the guy ended up going to Yale, and they said, yeah, that's our uncle.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, oh my Lord. So, man, talk about coming full circle. And his dad played in the 605 game too.
Yep.
That's crazy. That's crazy, Coach. But it is what it is, man. But it's just good to see this stuff. Like we were talking about Jack Williams earlier. Jack Williams, of course, went to Downey High School. Now he's a coach there. Was a great player. Played in the 605 All-Star game. Was MVP. I mean, you got a lot of things going full circle now, and everybody's doing well, which is great to see. Real quick, talk about the Tumich brothers.
The Tomic brothers.
The Tomic brothers.
The Tomic brothers have been. Evan's been with us since as a freshman. He started. His first start was against St. Francis back as a freshman, and not only is he meant to the world for us as a football player, but he's a great kid. During COVID, he's at my house lifting weights and doing film and all those kind of things. And he's just an impressive kid, and became like a family member really. And Owen is just a tremendous player. He's a multi-sport athlete for us. Plays baseball, and is just a dynamic player. And to have them together, to play together, was kind of it was fun to see. It really was a lot of fun.
You're having Owen come back next year.
Yeah, Owen will be back next year, and we'll get the young quarterback here to sling him the rock a little bit.
Let's talk about Jeremiah now.
Sir,
He's
yes,
no
sir.
bullfrog, right? Like
No,
the team
no,
said.
absolutely.
Yeah, and you're a serious slinger right now, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How long you been throwing the rock?
Man, I started playing football around second grade.
Really?
Grade.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about. You are obviously in a good spot right now. You know, you played in quite a few games this year. I don't know if it was mopping up or what the situation was, but they brought you bringing in, and it didn't matter. You completed 71% of your passes, man.
Yes, sir.
Even the best quarterbacks don't do that in high school. So tell me about him, Coach, real quick.
No, we're excited to have him. He comes from another family where we've had a couple of Calvins in our program, and Jeremiah has been with us. Another one that's been up on the varsity level since his freshman year, and he's going to be the next one to step in. Next line of good quarterbacks from Mayfair, and Evan has done a really good job of sort of tutoring him, so to speak, and getting him prepared for what it's going to be like next year.
He's young.
Very young.
Yeah.
Very young and super talented. And it's great to have the ability to move from a Division I quarterback and his brother Josh Calvin to Evan, and now turning it back over to another Calvin. It almost comes full circle, like you said earlier.
Well, he's a good-sized kid. I'll tell you that, Mike Calvin. You look like you're going to have the tools to keep going. So,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And again, 17 completes this year, 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. I mean, you can't ask for more. I always wonder about, young quarterbacks coming to the league. We see the NFL every year where the number 1 pick is so young, and he goes to the worst team. They have no offensive line. The guy takes a pounding. Guys like Andrew Lexey, forget it.
Yeah.
There's easier ways to make money. And but it's good to see when you have a kid like young Calvin here who can actually work behind somebody and learn a little bit. So when he goes in next year, he's going to be ready to go.
Oh, absolutely.
Be ready to rock.
Absolutely. And he's prepared himself, and he'll use the offseason here to get more prepared. And I mean, if we had an issue last year, if we needed him in a game, we would have been perfectly fine sending him in.
Yeah. What else? What other sports do you play?
I play basketball.
I should have known. Yeah, you look like a basketball player. You got the hairdo going like everybody has nowadays.
Yes, sir.
But that's good. You should play other sports, and I'm sure the coaches encourage that at Mayfair.
Yeah, absolutely. We have like 22 kids that are playing other sports right now, so it's kind of fun.
It makes you a better athlete. It always does. The first thing recruiters always ask is, what other sports do they play? I guess I have to get over here to get on the air. What other sports do you play? And that's because there's obviously different skill sets involved, and you don't ruin your muscles, so to speak. Guys don't burn out.
Well, these guys can talk about that. I just sit in an office, evaluate film, and they're the ones that play. We just try and get them prepared to play. So
yeah. So, Coach, it looks like you're set for next year. Should win the CIF championship.
Let's just get a first down in game 1. Rich, we'll go from there. We got a long off season ahead of us, and if we can get that first down and get that first start out of his way. And we should be in good shape.
Well, Coach, as always, you've done a great job at Mayfair and kept up the tradition of winning, and that's what it's all been about at Mayfair for about the last 20 years.
I appreciate that.
Fitch started it, you've taken it over and carried it on. So
foundation's built, don't mess it up.
Yeah, exactly. But congratulations on a great season.
Thanks,
Calvin,
man.
Good luck to you next year.
Thanks
for coming in. This is just a start, man. We're going to drag you in here next year, too. Going to be out checking you guys out. Yeah, he looks forward to it. All right, Coach. We got Dan DeForest is standing by.
Hey, I'm with Coach O'Hara from Western. Hey, Coach, I know last year you were a CIF championship basketball coach. How did that go?
Yeah, it was magical. We were fortunate enough to get one of these right here.
Right there.
Something you dream of, and the kids all came together. The community came all together. Coach Davidson, football, and the whole school, and it was a magical ride. And it was something we'll cherish forever.
And how did that set you up for this year?
Well, when you're the defending CIF champions, you find out a lot. We're 2-8 right now. Our schedule's tough. We played Rolling Hills Prep, Arlington, Fullerton last night. So we're finding out a lot about ourselves, and it's tough. You get everybody's A game. So, but we also think that gets us ready for our league as well. So we're hoping to, get our third league title in a row, but we think our schedule also sets us up for that. So.
Great. Now, I understand you're going to be getting some football players joining your team.
Yeah, one thing that we love at Western is we have what I like to say is two-sport stars. So we have 5 guys from our CIF semifinal football team, 2 guys who are college, scholarships right now. In fact, 2 of our guys left a little bit early to go to OC Elite and do their training, but what we do is we share athletes at our school. So, and we're catching up right there. We just got them 1 week ago, so they got to get their timing down and all that. But we got plenty of football players, 5 of them. One's starting right now, and starts football, starts basketball, those things, and we get a lot of help from football as well.
I love it. And so I understand you have a couple players on the national team also.
Well, we have guys that, again, play both. Our guy last year, Ahmad Hamori, he was all CF. I think he's our 9th one we've had, but he's playing for the Jordan national team. And he was born in Jordan, Palestinian, part of AUHSD, great. He was an EL student and came here, and so he's a great success story. And he went, and he's playing right now for the Jordan national team. So we're really proud of him.
That's great. And tell me a little bit about your feeder program.
Well, what we do is we have a 7th, 8th grade team, and we're looking at a 5th, 6th grade team. And what they do is they train in the off season and they play, and then our elite level players, they go with our trainer Brian Brennan and does reps and runs, and we put them in these high demand rep situations, and then we let them run. But the same token, we don't want to say you have to go with this one trainer or one team. We want to just offer opportunities for guys to come in, and if they want to play, if they want to go with their own thing, that's fine. We'd love to have them at Western. So,
okay, you ready for another run?
Yeah, we are. We got moved up 2 divisions, so it's getting tough, but we're really excited and we're looking forward to the challenge.
Okay, really appreciate it. Okay, back to you, Rich.
All right, thanks a lot, Dan. Joining me now, Dan Davidson from Western High School, everybody. It's Dan! And we have his quarterback, Anthony Luna, and these guys are no strangers to this program. First of all, Coach, congratulations, great season. You finished in the semifinals. Had you won and had Mayfair won, we would have had you both in the finals tonight.
Would have been great. Coach and I know each other. We coached against each other in the 605 game. Great dude, does so many things for so many kids. So wonderful. It's just a really good thing. It really is. And like always, you're always reaching out to the guys that do things the right way, and I appreciate you.
Yep, that's exactly what we do. We promote really good programs here, and as you've seen tonight, Norwalk, another group you guys, you guys all know each other, which is really cool. Let's talk with Luna now. Luna, another great year for you, man. You just keep going. You improving every year. What did you have, 3,500 yards passing to 37 touchdowns? Talk about your year this year.
It feels like better than last year because, last year we didn't go as far as we really wanted to. This year either, our goal is always a championship each year. And it just felt better, progress every year. And it's just, amazing to see, what my coach has done and, the game plan that they bring every game.
Now, I know you probably expected to go all the way this year, didn't you?
Yeah.
I thought you guys might. You guys had that team, man. You guys had great athletes at a lot of positions. Talk about some of your teammates this year, man.
Drew, always been my number 1 since last year. And then we had Bryson and Kumari, which was new to our team this year. They were switching. And our tight end, Aiden, he was a good option. And our running backs, too. All 3 running backs, their little rotation that they had going, it helped in every aspect of the game. So, and then the line, obviously, they did their stuff, but
made it all happen, man.
Yeah,
close. Well, you got one more year though, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So, what other sports do you play?
Track, and that's it.
Good. Yeah, it's good. It depends what you're doing. Not throwing the shot, is he? Not throwing the javelin at anybody, is he?
Definitely not doing the shot put. That's for sure. So, got to keep that arm clean.
Our coach was a big believer in everybody going out for track. Number 1, he was the track coach, so he needed bodies. But he wanted us all to run. We just had to run faster, better, get stronger. You're still doing some strength training, so it's always good to play more than one.
Well, hey, I'll tell you, right now we have 9 guys in basketball, 7 of them on the varsity. We have 12 guys doing wrestling. So we sent out 21 of our 40 guys into another sport. And just like Luna just said, most of our guys will run track. So we do promote that the same thing. We really push for our guys. We have 5 kids already with offers. And so we really push that narrative to try to always keep pushing, trying to get to the next level. And Anthony's going to be the next guy that's going to be getting these offers lined up for him, and looking forward to those times coming.
Now, I wanted to ask you about that. You obviously you have a lot of great players, but this week on Instagram I noticed You had a lot of college coaches coming through this year.
Yeah, we've had a couple
recruiters.
Yeah, Washington State today, Idaho, Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo is there. We've had a lot. We do, and I really push the narrative because I think as a coach, one of my biggest job is to get the guys out there and highlight them, and that's what everyone's dream is, right? To continue on, and we have 22 kids currently playing college football right now. With 5 more guys, we have 12 seniors this year, and I believe we'll have 6 or 7 that'll get out. And it's always a goal. I know Anthony will attest. You guys are going to talk to Kumari, Bryson Falks, the guy that's coming up. All 3 running backs. Josh Faulkner already has offers. There's no way that Malachi Alatorre, Desmond's going to be a special guy. So we got the tradition going. So I'm very proud of that.
No doubt about it. We've always said that before Dan Davidson got there, Western was just a place that was like a stepping stone for coaches. It seemed, I shouldn't say coaches because I know the prior guy was there quite a while, but I mean, a lot of assistants blowing through there. I don't know if things get stale after a while. I don't know what happens, but since you got there at the end, I know you took a couple of lumps early on, but since then it's just been like your hair's on fire and your team plays like it.
Well, I appreciate it. And, Coach Howell and his father was there for a long time. It's just, they had Toby and they did things their way. And I think what Anthony would say, that narrative of the player's coach, I believe the biggest job as a coach is to teach them the way and then get out of the way and allow them to be special. I never had the talent that Anthony, the way he can throw it, the way Drew and Kumari and Bryson can catch it, the way Josh and Malachi and Desmond can run it. I never had that type of talent. And so what I want to do is I want to show them how they can build it. Our off-season program is unbelievable with Wendell Lauderdale teaching the speed training and the weight. Those things are happening, changing the narrative of what we do. So really what's happening, I appreciate what you said about Western. It's the whole thing. It's the culture that we've created. Yep. It's my coaching staff. It's the off-season. It's the work. And then the character guys that we have. You talk to, Oscar Howard, Anthony Luna is our leader guys. You talk to Drew, standing up here. The way they carry themselves, the way they represent, it's just a different atmosphere.
Yeah, absolutely. And, well, again, what I'm trying to say is before, not a lot of recruiters were going through Western until you got there. I'm going to tell you right now.
No.
I've been at this since the 80s, and we were never really talking about Western football.
No, and that is true. And I work really hard. I got to tell you, it's a lot of nights, every night, working the phones, getting people. While you guys are on air, Eastern Washington calls. Anthony doesn't even know that, so I'm saying it in front of Anthony right now. Eastern Washington's a guy they're on Anthony a little bit.
That's a fun place to play. I've missed a few games up there. It's pretty cool. It's a football town.
Football town. We got Black Hills coming on Friday, Colorado State coming on Monday. So it's one of those things that I work a lot to bring the college coaches to come and see the guys, see what it is, sit down, share film, share ideas, and do those things like that.
And Eastern's got that red field, man. Looks cool. It's nice.
He might be blind after he's done playing there, but
He might. Anyways, hey, let's take a quick break over here. We got the wing eaters. They just got to clean these bones in a quick amount of time. We didn't want anybody choking by eating 50 wings in 30 seconds, so they got to clean these up. Who's hosting that over there? Is that Dan or Bob? I can't see.
Is Dan eating
over
there?
That's Elwood. Elwood, we're going to throw it to you. Tell us who you got over there, Elwood.
Thank you, Rich. This is my favorite part of the night. This is my chicken wing eating contest. We have the barbecue chicken wings. The rules are they must eat to the bone, get to the gristle. Now, we have 3 contestants. Introduce yourself.
Jonathan Ortega, play football.
I'm Raul Sanchez, I play baseball.
Kenneth James, I play football.
Okay, Kenneth, I'm going to need a little bit more energy when you eat that chicken wing. So when I say go, we have 30 seconds to get to the gristle. The winner will win $40 gift certificate from Rock and Brews. And let's give it up, family, to Rock and Brews. Give it up to Rock and Brews. Ready? Go! Yeah, get to the gristle. He got a method to his madness. He know how to eat that chicken. Get to the gristle. Eat that chicken. He said, how you going to do it? Get to it. Don't let it fall. Get to it. We have 15 seconds left. Don't stop till you get enough. Don't stop till you get enough. Don't stop till you get enough. I see who want to win. I see who won it. Don't leave, Kenny. 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Okay. Step on in, son. Come on now, you on the air. What's your name? This is my judge.
Kimari Shumwell.
Kimari, you got to look at the chicken bones and you tell me who you think is the winner. Boom. Give it up. Jonathan. Give it up for Jonathan. Jonathan, you are the chicken wing eating contest winner. Congratulations and enjoy $40 from Rockin' Brews with you and your family. Thank you. Thank you very much. Back to you, Rich.
All right. Thanks a lot, Dan. Really appreciate that. Real quick little cleaning of the bones over there with the chicken wings. I love those hats. You ought to get some of those hats. Make them wear them to practice once in a while, Dan.
Yeah, I think those might be a little bit better than the helmets, so we'll try to do that. That's a good idea.
When you do your walkthroughs. All right, Bob Gibson. Where is Bob at? Okay.
I think they're over there trying to clean up that chicken stuff they didn't finish off on the bone.
Yeah, I know. Kamari? You have Kamari? Okay, he's going to get him real quick. All right, Dan, let's continue on real quick. You're losing players this year. You're losing one of your best players. You're losing Faulkner, and one of the Faulkner brothers in the offseason. What do you got coming up, man? You reloading or what?
Yeah, that's our way, right? Like I gotta keep Anthony happy. So he's losing a guy that had 98 catches and 1,500 yards. But we have a couple special guys. Kimari Shimwell and Bryson Falk are two unbelievable wide receivers. We're also losing Aiden, a tight end, but we have Josh Shepardson and Malik Benjamin, a couple young guys that are going to come up and make things happen. And really what it is we continually keep training in the offseason. We have young guys that keep fighting, and they understand what our system is. And we play fast. We really do. We play fast. We get after it. And it's hard to be at our practices. Our practices are very difficult, as Anth would tell you. But I got to tell you, we got some young guys. We had an incredible sophomore staff, a sophomore group. And the way that Anthony leads us and keeps us going and keeps everybody in line, it's fun to watch.
Anthony, talk about Faulkner, the wide receiver. We're talking about Drew. 105 receptions this year.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to miss that guy, aren't you?
Of course I am. I told you last time, he's always been the number one since day one, like just the connection he made with me. He would constantly text me when we were going to throw this and that, set up days. But it'll be hard to replace him, but we got guys just like him.
Oh, yeah. No, but I'm just going to say, you're going to miss that guy.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of balls for you. Man, 1,400 yards worth, 120 yards a game is what he averaged.
And just the fight he had, too.
Yeah, led to have two of him.
Yeah, and the truth be told, we have 5 games that we didn't throw a pass even into the second quarter. And so those numbers aren't skewed at all. Those are numbers that we needed every one of those numbers. So that's not like we were trying to throw around. But like he said, they had a great connection. They work it. And that's why, that's why Kumari and Bryson are so important to us and the work they're putting in the offseason. They're already working every day, getting bigger, stronger, faster, working on their speed training. And big things will be coming. You'll see those guys. They'll be getting their time and their offers coming around next. And next year when you and I talk, you'll be like, man, who's this Kumari? Who's this Bryson guy?
Well, let's talk to him now. Bob Gibson, you ready? You got Kamari with you? All right, let's go to Bob Gibson. There he is.
We got Kimari Shimwell. That's a wide receiver name, isn't it? It just sounds like a good wide receiver name, Kimari Shimwell, right? And you are a good wide receiver, right?
Yes, sir.
So 6 games this year, 9 touchdowns?
Yes, sir.
That's crazy, man. So how come so few games? How come you didn't get more games?
Because I transferred in late,
got it.
So I had to sit out a few games. I was ready to play, practicing with my team every week. So, I was ready once my time came. So,
How was it getting with your new teammates and then kind of getting that? You got to have that time to find that rhythm, right?
Yeah, it felt kind of natural. I've known these boys since kids. Drew Faulkner played with them at Linwood, so it took time to get used to the team and the practice, but it came natural.
So next year, right? Looking forward to getting a full season in and really doing some big things, right?
Yes, sir. Next year is going to be fun for me. I get to play the whole season with Anthony Luna, so it's going to be fun.
What do you plan to work on in the off season to make yourself even that much better?
This off season working on quicker routes, making everything sharp. Get my speed up, running track this year. Just sharpening all my tools.
Another one of those great athletes right here, Kimari Shimwell. Keep an eye on him. We're going to see big things from him next year. Back over to you guys on desk.
Oh, hey, thanks, Bob. We're over here discussing interviews we were doing during the week, and now we're here. All right, Coach. So, this point forward, what are you guys doing? What happens after football season?
We get started right away. We really do. We start in our speed training. The first thing is muscle development. So we start speed training, body movement, so their bodies are used to lifting. So Wendell Lauderdale does an amazing job of getting the guys, breaking them down. We literally break guys down and then build them back up, and then we get into the weight room and start building strength and building mass and stuff like that, and get after it. So that's what we do. We do a double. So we offer an after lift. So what we do is we do the speed training, we do those things, and we do what's called an after lift, so guys can come in and lift and get started. And it allows guys, the basketball players, the wrestlers, they can go do their sports, do their things, and they come in and they lift. And so we're a 365 type of group.
So that may or may not be happening, because I know Guerrero and Bedell are in the house, and I'm sure Dan doesn't want to give up his secret. So we'll take that as fact, but maybe we'll take it with tongue-in-cheek.
There we
Somebody
go.
yelled back there. Anyways, and Luna, right now you're just going to get ready for track. What are you going to do right now? What do you got?
Right now, I'm currently working with Wendell, our strength and conditioning coach, and then I'm going to the afterlift as well. Just working on getting leaner and stronger and faster just for this season. Just so we can have more options, because I wasn't really as much as a threat running, so they would have to stay true and play the pass more than the run.
All right, I'm getting the high sign again. We got another quick interview. Bob, take it away.
Sponsors real quick, right? We got to say thank you to all of our sponsors that do so much for us. Let's run them through them. So you can Rock and Brews, of course, we're right here on the premises. Thank you to Rock and Brews. Of course, Ream, the new degree of comfort. And thank you to Ream once again. DeForest Realty. Dan, of course, doing so much here for the group as well. Modern Woodman, Fraternal Financial. Thank you to Elizabeth and all the good folks at Modern Woodman. Lighthouse Escrow, Dustin Stevie. Thank you, Lighthouse. Been with us since day one. Life Design Financial. Thank you so much. And who we got left? That's it. We're good, right? Now, Next Gen, we cannot forget Next Gen, right? We got to get Next Gen in there. AC Heating and Plumbing. Thank you so much to them. They've been great. And Level Up Cycle House, of course, one of our great sponsors as well. And Suzuki. Don't forget Suzuki, the great motorcycles that they have. Hey, real quick, I want to say hi to Cash Thompson, wrestler at Legacy. How much fun is it to be a wrestler? I know you're a tough kid, right? I coached this kid Little League. A ball hit him, man. He blew it right off. No big deal, right? He's a tough kid. How's your first season of wrestling been?
It's been really good. I've been able to wrestle varsity a couple tournaments for my first year Frosh. Been a lot of fun, big learning experience, and I hope to do more through wrestling.
Now, he wrestles for Legacy High School, for Tustin High School, but he goes to Legacy, so that's kind of a little bit different. So how is that? You get to represent a school that you really don't go to.
Yeah, I think it's really cool to represent my school and the school I play for at the same time, and it's just, I guess, a cool experience for me.
2 schools. He's already wrestling in varsity as a freshman. Hey, good thing it's Cash Thompson right here. Thanks. Good luck. All right. Back over. I know we're going to finish with Elwood and the cheerleaders.
All right. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate the interview. Dan, congratulations once again on a good season. I'd like to thank Ruben Guerrero and his players. I'd like to thank Derek Bedell from Mayfair and his players for coming in tonight.
Hey, don't forget about John Conti. I appreciate him being here. Oh, never mind. He's not here.
Yeah, he's not
That's
here.
Right, he's not
John
here.
Conti's got his feet up on the table somewhere. We're going to
Okay.
take you out with the Western High cheerleaders. Thanks for joining us tonight. Next week, we'll be back for our last show of the season. Take it away.